let's discuss this with Nikola Dimitrov. He's the former foreign minister of North Macedonia and joins us from the capital, Skopje. Thank you so much for joining us on this news hour.
Thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you. But you've actually been involved in solving the Macedonia naming dispute with Greece. So from a diplomatic standpoint, what do you think needs to be done to solve this current issue with pro-Russian supporters in the country?
There is not only those who are pro-Russians who are against this agreement. There are many who have worked throughout their lives for the European dream. Myself, for instance, I've been working on this for 26 years. And I negotiated and signed the Prespa agreement that resolved the issue with Greece. And I was also involved in the friendship treaty with Bulgaria. North Macedonia is a professional candidate country. We are veterans in the Balkans. We started the process first. A baby that was born that year, back in 2001, is making 21 years this year, and we are still not able to start the journey. It will be a mistake if European leaders think to counter Russian influence by endorsing a narrative that is very similar to the narrative of Putin on Ukraine. In his infamous speech, he said that their language is not really a language, it's a dialect. The Ukrainians are a mistake of history, their identity is artificial. We have, of course, we don't have a war, which is very good, but we have a member state that is using its leverage as an EU member to promote similar narratives. Macedonian identity is artificial. It was created by Tito. The language is a dialect of the Bulgarian. This is very much an anti-European narrative. And I think EU should be advised not to give in to this, because the force, the power of the EU is it's in its principles. And you have to respect your principles and that you do what you preach, in particular when it is not opportune. So we have a situation where we have a number of European leaders visiting Skopje today, encouraging the nation to support this proposal. But we need more time. The people overwhelmingly are against, and we need to find and address two flaws in the proposal. We cannot even start the process before we change the constitution, and we don't have two-thirds majority for that.
So, Nikola, why do you think the EU is so keen, especially now in particular, to accelerate North Macedonia's ascension into the bloc, as well as that of Albania's? Is it solely due to the threat that's posed by Russia and the war in Ukraine, or are there fears that Russia will have more of an influence in North Macedonia?
We have a geopolitical moment. EU granted candidacy to Ukraine and Moldova. And in order not to have already serious frustrations in the Western Balkans, countries who have been in the line for many years to join the European family, there is a need for some movement. And this is the geopolitical moment creates a situation where the European leaders would like to have a success. But I think it's going to be best for all of us, the region, the EU, the enlargement policy, to make sure that this success is really meaningful, not superficial. I think this is possible. I think we need to be given some time, and we need to address some of the issues that are problematic. Most of all, in importing issues of identity and history in a process that should be about democratic and economic reforms. So the whole idea of this process is make the Balkans more European. And I'm afraid that by importing issues of history in the accession talks, we make the EU more Balkan, so sort of upside down.
Nikola Dimitrov, I really appreciate your thoughts on this process and your insight, speaking to us there from North Macedonia's capital. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Warm regards.